In this next part of my 2026 mid-year Legions Imperialis collection range review, I'm taking a look at my fledgling Solar Auxilia army alongside my very basic Mechanicum force as well. I'll be upfront and honest, I don't own very much, which is why I'm combining them in this one video, and yet despite all of that, still none of it's finished. So let's take a look. Hello there! Thanks very much for tapping. So I'm Tim, this is my hobby space. I've been collecting LI since release and basically have very much focused on the Astartes side of things. However, a year ago, probably even longer to be honest, I decided to branch out and add a little armoured company of Solar Auxilia to the collection. And also my wife very kindly got me the Mechanicum battle group. That was for the Christmas when it came out, so pretty much 2.5 years ago now. For the Solar Auxilia, I just picked up a few boxes that I really liked the look of. Leman Russ Vanquishers, of course, Malkador Valdors, and also you get the flamey tank variants of them as well, and absolutely a pair of shadow swords. I remember at that time I just finished painting a load of Space Marine troops, and to be honest I just couldn't face painting any more of the even smaller Solar Aux troops. I will have to buy some eventually though, just so that I have an excuse to pick up a box of my absolute favourite ever Games Workshop model, the Arvus Lighter. I painted up a test scheme on one of the Leman Russes and it turned out really well. I'm really happy with it. I am of course going for a Calth High Guard scheme to pair with allying with my Ultramarines. Basically the reverse of that scheme, with white being the predominant hull colour and blue being the accents and for the turrets. When it comes to painting the whole formation though, I am going to need to tweak the recipe and the way that I do things, because since painting this I have now changed up the blue that I'm using for my Ultramarines. I've moved from Citadel paints to more vibrant and easier, I find, Proacryl paints. So do I think that I am going to paint any of these small beautiful deadly tanks this year? Yep. I'm planning on filming a challenge video before the end of this year where I'm going to try and paint all of the armoured company that I've collected in like a 24-hour challenge video, something like that, something along those lines. I'm not sure if I'm going to include the two Infernus in this pledge though. They're great, there's nothing wrong with them, but I'm personally just not that keen on them. I tend to like my tanks a little bit more lasery, a little less flamey. So the Mechanicum side of things honestly is not that much better at all. I have managed to get a large portion of the box built though, so that's something. Currently there are still all of the tiny little tech thralls and the like Thalax, some of the automata, tomato. You say tomato, I say automata. Still left on sprues though. My main hold up was figuring out just how I wanted to paint them. I didn't want to just go for the red scheme, I wanted something quite bespoke and unique. There's very little real detail and depth about Mechanicum forces that are sort of allied or working alongside the Ultramarines and what would have been mustered along with them at Calth. But I did find this little snippet of info. So using this as a template, I found that Duncan Rhodes makes a really nice metallic green paint. So I've picked some of that up and I will be going in that direction at some point. Possibly even another challenge video maybe, who knows. I've also recently picked up a box of the Cryos tanks. At the moment though I can't decide whether to add them to this collection as loyalist allies or put them into my upcoming Dark Mechanicum force. That's a little teaser of something really exciting coming very soon and happening over this weekend. I'll be collaborating with Josh from the Hobbius Novitiate YouTube channel. Hopefully you're all very familiar with his work, it's brilliant. We'll be doing a 48-hour painting challenge which I cannot wait for to get my teeth sunk into it. We're both going to be working on our first ever traitor armies. I cannot wait to share it with you to see how it goes. Let's ask the question again. Am I going to get my Mechanicum force painted up by the end of this year? I think actually this is going to be my first time saying no. I do want to work on a few test models to make sure that my scheme is really on point, but I think honestly that's going to be as far as it goes for 2026 and my Mechanicum. I'd rather keep it on the back burner and something to really sink my teeth into in 2027. I'll add this video to the playlist collecting all of the 2026 mid-year progress reviews that I've made so far, and I'll pop the link up in the corner for you, and this time, third time lucky, I'll be pointing to the right corner. Thanks so much for watching. Have you painted any Mechanicum so far in either persuasion? Let me know in the comments wherever they are, down below, to the side, in the new sphere, out and about. Or why not join me on my brand new Tim's Hobby Space Discord server that I just set up. I'll put the link in the video description for you. Before you move on to your next video, please do check that you subscribe to the channel, slap that like button, and I'll put the link to the 2026 mid-year review playlist up here on the screen for you. Take care of yourselves, happy hobbying, catch you soon, cheers!